Hi, I'm Jake and I'm going to be talking to you today about disengagement within online learning. Within science, there is a high amount of requirement for first-hand observations and experiences. The opportunity for these exists in the form of experiments where individuals can observe what happens when changes are made within that experiment and use it to reaffirm or challenge their ideas. This component within science is a crucial element for the engagement of students, as the theory they explore can be directly related to what they can observe within that experiment. So Keener and Murphy have identified that the exposure to experiments within science actually increases the engagement levels amongst students, particularly when we look at areas like, for this instance, the physical sciences. So in this case, the development of electrical circuits. The theory and the level of math involved has been seen to push students away from engaging and participating in the learning of the topic area. So within the class, we counteract this by introducing fun activities that capture students' attention, and generally this is through the way of through trial and error phases of the creation of actual real-life circuits that can function something. So we observe students during this time and provide that valuable informal feedback directly to them during their immersion within the activity. At this time, we are also able to relate the theory to what is physically happening in front of them, so they can identify those links. Moving to online learning, we're primarily just stuck with the theory and math elements of the circuits topic, which, as mentioned earlier, can be quite disengaging for students. Therefore, we are proposing the introduction of an online learning management system during this period of online teaching, with the possibility to continue its use once we return to physical classes. The Learning Management System, or LMS, has many benefits associated with its implementation, but I want to highlight how it can be used to resolve the issue of student disengagement within learning online. As discussed earlier, a key element for engagement within this topic is having those activities that offer the first-hand experiences for students to capture their attention and interest. Obviously, being online, the opportunity to participate in these activities is removed. However, these physical activities aren't just for capturing students' attention. They're actually accessible outcomes that students need to achieve. We see here in the elaborations of VCSSU130 that students actively need to be involved in the development of circuits to meet each point. The learning management system allows for this by offering a platform for students to engage with virtual development of circuits. As a teacher, I am able to upload interactive activities and links to websites which offer valuable learning opportunities for students. Each student is able to log in and access these on their own device. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I couldn't just assign these activities and tasks to students via email, and in all honesty, there is a possibility that I could. However, a learning management system is a time saver. The teacher will only have to upload to the system once, and then all students have access. The other time-saving component is the follow-up of activities. If I was to send this via email, I would have to personally write back to each student and ask them if they had completed the activity, and then wait for a reply. The LMS has a feature that allows you as the teacher to view the interactions each student has in the system, what links they have followed, and how much time they have spent within each activity area. This is extremely useful for teachers to identify what students are engaging or not engaging with during their learning. The ability to monitor the student participation has been incredibly difficult during online learning, but the LMS allows for this monitoring to occur and provides the teacher with evidence that they can use in discussions with students or parents on their level of engagement. Referring back to the virtual development of circuits, the learning management system allows for students to interact with the virtual creation of circuits whilst in a group setting, and also has the capacity for video calls. This is imperative for the experiential learning approach involved in science, where students are experiencing those new experiences firsthand, and then they are able to discuss their findings with peers and be questioned by the teacher to prompt deeper thinking stages. Elander highlights that collaboration within online learning is crucial for the deep understanding of new content, but also is a strategy for increased motivation with learning activities. The learning management system also offers the ability to incorporate set learning goals for each activity. The identification of learning goals is one of the high-impact teaching strategies identified within FISO, and therefore has evidence to show its effectiveness for improving student learning. Dodge suggests that this improvement on student learning could be due to the increase of student motivation observed when goals are set, allowing students to identify what they are meant to achieve in each task. Overall, the level of student engagement relies on the effectiveness of the teaching. Approaching online teaching through a learning management system allows for the elements of collaboration and virtual hands-on experiences within the teaching of content. These are crucial for re-engaging students within their learning. The learning management system can also be used when we move back to the physical classroom. However, I believe it is an imperative tool for students learning whilst we are teaching online. I hope you're on board and thank you for your time.